All right, so this is confidentiality, that means integrity. Okay. This- yes. Yep. Let's see. This is the new performance. So this is the new performance dashboard. This is the new 3D graph. It works perfectly. You can click on it and you can actually see the card mastery. This is the performance dashboard. Predictive analysis now. So you can sit here, switch it from a 7-day retention to a 30-day to a 90-day. You can watch the graph move. There you go. There's comparative analysis. And as you can see, your accuracy, your response time, your analysis details. You've got you versus expert. You can compare like your past analysis, and you can do a deck analysis. Here's This is the time analysis. Sorry, I'm listening to a very funny conversation. Here's here's another fr this is a heat map analysis. Um, there's concept mastery. There's your forgetting curve. You've got a study consistency that uses a GitHub style graph and then a tag correlation. There's there's interactive charts. There's a radar analysis. You've got a bubble chart. Um, there's a tree map, and there's a sunburst chart. There's animated insights. So this is the actual whole deck right here. You can actually play. Um, Here we'll use a different one. You can sit here and check your growth. You've got a network foundation also. It'll draw the network nodes. There you go. You've got mastery waves also, where you can see it actually. My God. Then you've got advanced visualizations here. So you've got a force network. You've got the Sansky flow. You've got a circular parking graph, and then a Ford diagram. These are being fixed as we speak, but these are the new features that are going to be in the in the tool for right now. And then hang on one second. You like that? So I'm talking on both right now, but yeah, this is the new. Because cannot stop laughing at what you guys are saying. But yeah, these are the new analytics right here. As you can see, they're all animated. There you go, right there. Oh, for real? So and then once again, there's this. The 3D graph is now working. This took a little bit of time, but watch. Pew, pew, pew. And then you can sit here and go like this. And this is an actual card. So right here, what does the CIA triad do? Shows you how much, like how you remembered it, and there'll be more there. Like as you do more learning, it grows. So if like we go back and we go here and we go resume, we've only done 4 cards. So an attack that inserts malicious SQL to manipulate databases. I didn't get to see SQL injection yet, so we'll just. And there you go. We could actually reset the progress on the deck, and then say like new session, 1 out of 30, and say name common types of malware. So you could say adware, ransomware. There's so many viruses, spyware. You know what? Let's say good. What's the principle of least privilege, least access, depending on what the person needs. Yep. What is fear efficient? Make sure. Let's see you on the flip side, bro. Whoops. I'm supposed to do that. Now, what is salting in hashing? I think it's adding extra length to the hash, adding random data to the passwords to prevent the hashing. We'll just say we'll go hard on that one. Give an example of physical security control locks. There you go. There's a whole bunch of them, but just go good. So we did 4 cards. What is a risk? You know what? The likelihood that a threat will exploit a vulnerability. So I'm just doing a couple of these. What is deception, disruption technologies like social engineering, anything that's designed to impact current technology. So let's see. Honeypots, you know what? Mark that one as hard. Salting and hashing, adding extra digits to make it harder. We just did this one, but adding random data to the passwords. Give an example of physical security controls, locks. You think so? All right, so we can go in here. And now we should be able to see more. There you go. 40 cards, average interval. Now you can see it's actually live right there in real time. 4 cards a minute, 67% accuracy. So we can go in here and go like predictive analysis right here. Low retention, predicted, consider review. So it's saying that, like, see how that actually changed? So if we actually move this to the 7-day, the chart will actually change. But right there, confidence, 40%. So it's actually breaking down where it thinks your confidence would actually be. If we go like comparative, show the details, response speed, all of these numbers have actually changed versus an expert. Not very good. Versus my past self. We don't have enough analytics to go off of, but there you go right here. We can go to performance again. Difficulty, here's the time analysis. And then just fix this too, it wasn't actually working. And then we go interactive charts. We can go to the bubble chart. Need to actually fix this. So there you go. What is PK? What is this? So these should actually be a little bit better. This is actually ugly, and this isn't working. So we'll go animated insights. I think if we go, this was working before, but we'll go back in here. We can go back in here, watch it grow again. It's just a way of like tracking your knowledge in real time, right? And then let's go here. And then the mastery waves, these need to be fixed. They don't actually match up to what the deck is yet. But the enhanced visualizations, I think, I just got these working. So new cards, learning, good. And then, yeah, it's kind of ugly. And then this is not fully working. But yeah, you like the new analytics these are actually working like really well. You could set it for a 90-day. See how the curve changes. Increase your review to get better retention. And then let me see here too. You can do a diagnostic assessment. I got to fix these next. Actually, they're blurry on hover. See, I have to fix some of that. And then, yep. So, yeah, this is the new system right now. Here's the goals right here. Weekly, that seems like a lot. Here's the achievements. Also, I'm using like kind of a, not a fake profile per se, but let's go back up. Here's the colors on, I'll show you so these are this is for ADA, well, my God, ADA requirements. So, you can go dark mode. There's high contrast. High contrast needs to change. Then there's focus mode. There's light, dark, high contrast. I got to fix this because it's important. But change the text size. You can go like turn off high contrast. You can reduce like animations. Change the font. Line spacing. Text alignment. Like maybe you want to make it centered. Card flip animations. Transition speeds, like when you hover over stuff, like the shimmer effect, hovering over the buttons. This is like accent colors that need to be fixed. Automatic theme switching too, so you can make it like time-based, location aware, manual, and then like your brightness. Like, yeah, I have to fix that. You made me aware. Like it's at 100 now. It should be at max 100, and then the transparency glass effect also. But yeah. So here's what some of the colors look like right now. Flipping through. Colors are okay. I want to see how the cards kind of disappear. I need to fix that. And then if you go like in here, test modes, colors look pretty good in here also. So if we go like predictive analysis, colors look pretty good. Comparative again. So we're going to improve the colors now also because I don't really like them. And let's see. Yeah. So yeah, like we can make one right now. Here, let me switch to dark. Yeah, here. We'll do this right now. Make sure I'm in the right thing. Whoops. Let me make sure. Let's check it here. So I'm in ChatGPT here. You would go to DeckForge, and like let's see. Whoops. Give me a topic to. We can do that. So create a custom study deck. Let's do it. So we can go here. So that falls under 19 sciences. So we already had that there. So it's going to ask us our difficulty level in a second. So we'll say beginner. And then, so we'll say 1. And then we'll say 5. And there we go. So there we go. Should be done quickly. And the best part is, like, normally this would go straight to the app. Right now, as you know, it's going to the marketing demo. Everybody thinks like this is the app. Like, this is not the app. Like, it's a marketing demo. And it's all right, but it's not. So we can go up here. Actually, it's going to be a one-click button too. So like when you're in that other app, all you'll have to do is hit like a little widget and it'll import the whole thing. But we can go here. So we can go to flashcards. Let me do this real quick because it's a little dark. There you go. See that glass effect in the background? Like, so we can do that. Close that out. That shimmer, I got to fix that too. It looks nice, but it's causing issues. So we can go in here straight from the main page, manage decks. We can go import and, oops, let me go deck manager real quick. I'm going to make a new deck. I got to fix that too so people don't have to forget, but we have a new deck. Go to import and we go, there it is. So it's imported. Close that out. Now, if you look here on the home page, we've got Island Geology Fundamentals. So we can say start session. How are volcanic islands formed? I don't fucking know. They form when the magma rises from the mantle, erupts, and then builds upon the sea level. So it could be like, oh, that was hard. And let me check something. Show me next card, auto reveal, local persistence, shuffle the cards, sound effects, enable undo. Yeah, cool. So there you go. So you can go in here now and, whoops. Hey, what's going on? Oh, we can go to our analytics and we'll have right here. So we're using different deck. Wow, it's tripping out. Let's do something here. Let's see if we can go back in. Yeah, it was tripping out. Sorry. There's a lot of load on the computer. It's because I'm streaming, but we can go to the analytics now and we can go in here. So I got to fix that. See, it's kind of it's off screen a little bit. Here's the average interval. And then here's this just started working, the matrix. But now we can go down here also. And this changed also. These are real time. Like this is actually going in real time. So whenever you click on this, it's real time analytics. But I think this should be based on the current stuff as well. These are the different cards. And then deck analysis right here. It should, here we go. Island Geology Fundamentals. Accuracy 0. Yeah, it should be updating in real time. And then same thing with this. Should be updating in real time. You can go to the performance chart. There you go. We went from like knowing a lot about security to knowing nothing about islands. There it is right there. So and then you can go to like your difficulty, difficulty that actually changed as well. There's your time analysis. I kind of like how that thing just kind of, and then here's progress also, accuracy went from here. So then we can go to the heat map analysis. This has got to be fixed. This would normally be the forgetting curve right here. Should be changing to that island analysis, but these are not accurate right now. So I'm still working on this. Here's that radar analysis. This is actually working. Bubble chart's actually working. The tree map's actually working differently now. Look at this. So let's see. Oh yeah, this is working now. It's because we had a shitty thing going on there. see if we can do the Sansky flow. And then animated highlights. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there you go. If we reset it again, watch. It'll show us what we did. Look. See, we only went through 4 cards. Then we can go growth timeline, network concepts, mastery waves, and then, there you go. That actually, let's see if we can, let's see if that'll actually change. There you go. This was not like looking good before, but hey, look at that. What do you think of that? Chord diagram displaying topic interconnections. So this was actually not working before. Look, this I gotta figure out how to get that centered. The force network, but this is actually working perfectly now. Before it was like all ugly. And then here's your chord diagram again. It's beautiful. And then, yeah. So, yep, any topic you want can be turned into a learning material with advanced analytics. And then you can come in and let's see if we do an HTML report. Here we go. So 13 cards reviewed, accuracy rate 77, and I got to change that too, but here you go, active deck, 10 cards, 0 sessions completed. Then we can go to, go there. This analytics report here will have all of this on here too. So I got to change the reporting, but here's a flashcard report right here. And this should, yep. So this actually went over flashcard progress report. So deck information, got the 11th, 12th, and 13th in here. So yeah, I'm going to make the reporting like a lot nicer. But yeah, then there's also, which you already know this. So the new, this is, I have not shown anybody this, but so thanks for calling it out. You got the universal testing engine. So we could say like upload and ingest materials, right? This is what you had wanted to see. Let's see if it goes through. Here we go. Upload. So these are the decks that are already in there, by the way, that I was like killing myself over. So there's 92 questions amongst networking, security, help desk, and then role-based logic. So like goes across like all 3 sectors of IT, what you would do, what is the best thing to do, like performance-based questions, basically. Then you've got the leadership and management, 675 minutes worth of testing. Everything from like core leadership to management assessments, and then technical sales, everything from product knowledge, communication, ethics, ABC, everything. We can go in here and we can upload this. We don't even need to do anything. Honestly, I could have just pasted it in. Here it is, new study deck processed. So it says beginner-friendly deck introducing the basics of island formation and geology. So actually, I'm glad that I couldn't tell if you were feeding into this perfectly or not. So check this out. It's actually got all the tags and everything. It'll show you the difference between this and this. This is a universal testing engine that is designed to literally adapt to any way that you study. And then the goal is like, once you get to a good point, you come in here and you start hammering it in, and then you'll get your advanced analytics to what you need to work on. And you can go back and forth between the systems, basically is the idea right now. But I'm not some genius. I'm just trying to make learning fun. So here you go right here. We're going to do an overview. It's going to go from beginner, 7 minutes. It's going to do adaptive sampling across the concepts. it's going to check the metrics. So it's already actually going. So like, why not 10 questions to prove how stupid I am with Earth space science? What are the two types of islands by origin? You know what? I'm going to go with B. Hey, so it'll actually give you a current statistic. And I don't know if you saw what Christian showed last night, but like he was showing like radar graphs and stuff, like spider graphs, like very reminiscent of like what's in here. I was actually quite impressed. But how are volcanic islands formed? We're cheating, but we already know it's C. So then we can go, what is a coral atoll? You know what? I think it is B. Yay. So right here too, it's going to get harder. So because I got 2 correct, it's actually going to start incrementally increasing. That I know because I created the algorithm. But what distinguishes continental islands from oceanic islands? It's B. Yeah. I know my Earth space science. So you can actually prep for job interviews with this as well. So, yep. So we can actually sit here and go real quick, pause this. So there you go. It gives you right here. Watch this. There it is. You can do a study schedule, generate a study plan, resume a diagnostic. Remember, the diagnostic is just to see where you're at. And then once you develop a plan, like I said, like these two feed into each other. I just don't know how to explain it really well right now. What I can say is like this is using multiple styles of algorithms, whereas this is using this is using what's called the SM2 spaced repetition learning system. So let me right here. It's using this algorithm right here, which is it's like what 130, 140 something years old. So it's just one way of doing things. But there was another thing here too. There's like he was able to generate some type of like visual visual analytics. I don't know. It offered it to him last night. Yep. We should get a visualization of our learning right here. Let's see. Oh, it's still going. Yeah. So, yeah. What do you, oh, here you go. There's a visual chart for you to check out, like how quickly you're learning. Not bad. Chest you on the topics, right? No? Am I audible? Yeah, I am audible. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Let's see. How many people are on this stream? Oh shit. So let's see. We can resume the diagnostic here. So the whole point of this is to give like it doesn't matter what your age is. It will adapt to try to figure out how you learn. That's the whole point of this is to figure out how you learn. Okay, give me a sec. Cool. Thought the camera was going. Nobody needs to see me. So we can finish off the 10 questions to see how stupid I am with Earth space science. All right. So What role do tectonics play? Oh shit. Uh, you know what? I'm gonna go with B. It's probably not right, but yeah. If you knew it, you could help me cheat. All right, so let me see. Um, what is an island arc? A sandbar formed offshore, a curved chain of volcanic, a ring of. You know what? Uh, oof. Let's just do A. Yeah, I got it wrong. I actually want to do okay on this. So, all right. So, what do barrier islands differ from? Uh, you know what? When in doubt, C. Watch it be wrong. Yep. Damn, bro. When in doubt, C is not the right way to go. What's the significance of hotspots and island chains? Um, I don't know because I don't know shit about Earth space science with volcanoes. I got it right though. Check this out. I've got a 62% accuracy guessing my way through Earth space science. Seamounts are shit. Sounds like some sexual stuff. Let me see. Underwater volcanic mountains that may rise. Coastal dunes? You know what? Sounds like coastal dunes. I'm going to get it wrong. Yeah. I just want to see what it's going to do. So this is 10 out of 10. How do islands support unique ecosystems? You know what? I think it's B. Of course. There it is. So now it's actually going to tell me that we're developing beginner. Solid foundation, needs improvements in tectonics and process-based comparisons. So here, we'll do a visual mastery chart. And yeah, I'll end the stream. Actually, while that is going, so you can say check, hover, effects. You know something? I'll show you something else I'm going to be adding to this. So some features that are actually going to be added to this is what? What were you just laughing at? What? Yep. Let me see. No, it's all right. Yeah, I mean between these two systems, yeah. Um, so like I could sit here and say, you know, because it's already got the study materials. So here it is right here. So it'll say like within 1 to 10 days. I think it's like set for. I think when you tried it, it was just it. That's a 90-day plan. Like that I built as a 90-day plan. So this can adapt it. So like right here, here's a role adaptive spaced repetition plan using the scheduling. So you could say like, get your foundation down. It'll focus on the weakest areas. So it'll do no new cards for 7 days. And then light refresh on the basics. And then here's your daily plan, 5 to 8 minutes a day, 15 to 20 minutes weekly max. That's what's so funny about it is most people would probably think that's not enough time, but it actually is. And then there's a burnout guard. So no new cards if you've had less than 5 hours of sleep, review only. So it may even ask those questions, but um, so I wonder if it can say generate the SM2 pattern for import in JSON format for this deck with the deck to import into another system. These will all be integrated at one point, but let's just see. It should embed that into the deck that I can bring into here. This way you can constantly adapt your changing. So here, let's see if it works. Because you can go in here, you can go to the settings, and you can go import, export, and you can import study progress, goals, and then I need to fix these, but you should be able to import, export. Let's see if it works. So, yep. DeckForge will build any kind of study material. Oh, by the way, this is the marketing thing that everybody seems to like. Like, this is not the actual demo. Like, it's funny now that I like the way that spins though, but now that you've seen the actual thing, you realize how stupid this is, right? It's just meant to be, you know, something pretty to look at with hover effects and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see if it'll actually do this before I close this out. Do you have any questions on this? I mean, like, the thing that you were working on was, yeah, I knew that was going to take us. Yeah, so like this stuff right here, these things, like all this stuff. Is that what you mean? Yep. You know, I don't. Yeah. So it's funny because I don't have the full. Nobody can actually hear your question, so I turned off the sound because of Anura. I don't want him to. I don't want to like put people on blast without permission. So like, because like this stuff right here, these analytics are like all of these combine to. This is just stuck right now. It's funny. Let's just do it. Watch. It'll be there. All of these actually, like, if you were in this system, it would just guide you in the sense of like, these things make, they on the surface, they make no sense, but it's basically how this information is presented to you. It's how often. So it was essentially, let's see if I can close that out and go to this other conversation. Hang on. Let's go in here and do this. I'll show you how. It's basically, because this doesn't give you a good breakdown, but it's this. It's giving you a personalized study schedule. This just gives you better visualization on it. And I'm going to be making a comprehensive guide on what all this means. But like, this is Remember when I was showing you this and you had checked out a little bit mentally, is because like it's boring as shit and most people don't know what it is. But like if I wanted to give somebody like a better idea of like it's this, it's we just took a 10 questions. This gives you a better idea of like of this. This just is better analytics. But like now that you actually mention that, I'm actually going to give me a detailed. Yes, that's actually that's a good comparison, but it's deeper. Like getting these analytics right here, like give me a second. Here's a better example. Like this is how quickly you're developing speed of learning information. This is how accurate you're getting the information. This is your difficulty level by performance. So like it's sitting there showing you like that would be your success rate at expert level, 68%. Not very good. This would be your accuracy at advanced. So with the topic that we were just doing, I was intermediate level. This just shows you like how quickly you're getting tired of the information. And then these analytics right here are, just give me a great idea. Here you go right here. Here's an analysis detail. So this is this right here. Comparative analysis of you versus your peers. Peer comparisons are based on users with similar study history and deck types. So you remember those 2 million brain patterns? This would be something that you could compare it to. That's why like this platform is enterprise ready to go. Like you could roll this out to a school. And real quick, not to flip between screens. That is where this leaderboard would actually matter. You could get like, you could put like multiple students on the leaderboard and see where you would compare. This is actually going to have AI incorporated in it, and the AI should be able to simulate a like your competition as well. So like what I'm going to do is have an AI taking like as you're doing stuff, the AI will be doing it in the background and generating its own analytics that you can compete with to go head to head. So you always have something to compare yourself with. But hang on. I got to have these details on everything. Personal trends show your improvement over time. Rankings are calculated using percentile distributions across all different users. And then let's see here. This would be comparing you versus yourself. Pure comparisons. Let's see. And then I'm actually going to, and this is where you're seeing right here too. I went from studying one topic that I knew to a topic that I didn't. See how the accuracy fell out? Shows you that as well. Same thing. Like, you just gave me an idea on something. Hang on. Give me a detailed write-up on the, and actually we want the performance dashboard. So check this out. On the advanced analytics and performance dashboard features, how they help a student and how they not dashboard. So we'll actually have this generated for me. I think I have one written out, And it's like, it's so detailed. I'll show you. If I was to go in here and go to the Anki, let's see. I swear it, like, these are the different things that I actually put in here. Like, yeah, I did this today. So you got your live session tracker, which is real-time metrics, engages with how you're actually progressing in real time. You've got predictive analysis, which is a 7-day forecasting with confidence bands. So you got a comparative analysis that compares you versus other people, and then performance charts. So you can actually like track yourself over time. So right here, real-time card counts, accuracy percentage tracking, your streaks. So like basically like on each one of these, let me finish this real quick. Actually, I can go back and forth to show you. So when we were doing these cards, if you see, these are all tagged. So this is the card, this is the back of the card, but it's actually tagged as ecosystem, biodiversity, and islands. So you're breaking it down into categories. Those categories actually did that here. It actually said that I needed more right here, hotspot chains, island arcs, tectonic rolls. So it's actually breaking it down into categories. It makes it easier to actually ingest the information. I mean, it's pretty deep, but let me go back to that. So you've got estimated time to complete. Yes. Yes. Sorry to make it seem as if I like it's so hard to answer that question. I actually you got me stumped on it. It's like, you know what? I actually do have to break that down into a more palatable format for somebody. And then hang on. Let me see this too. Only 26 people on the view. Oh, hang on. Love your stream, and I'll be my Discord. Thanks. And will be a fan, and my friend, my Discord username is. So there's a live stream right there. So trying to make education fun with science. God, I can't type for shit. So yeah, I forgot that this is actually going out to Twitch at the same time. So there you go. I hope that made sense. By the way, see this right here? I can actually take this and I should be able to go here. I should be able to go import, export. See if this will work. Progress JSON must include deck stats and options. So that actually did not actually work. So let me see if it can go in here. Deck imported and activated. So let's see. So here's the imported deck also. And it, you know, look at this, ease 2.5. So it should actually have all that information in here, and I should be able to like speed through it in here too. So I should be able to sit and go, which is interesting. Let me just see something. If I go to manage decks, and this is the imported deck. Oh yeah, there it is. I can tell by the tags that it put in there. I love that rainbow button. I've never been able to replicate that thing. See, it's got like a little rainbow right here. Ease 2.5. It's actually added more categories than it had before. So yeah, I'm going to figure out a good way to integrate moving between these two systems, but like you can move between these two systems like butter. So if I go in here and close that out, it should change the way that it's actually giving me the information. Um, so, you know, yeah, we'll see. I don't 100% know. And then what you were working on, which was this, I'll show you another thing that I just started doing. This will launch an IT assessment. 92 question adaptive exam that should evaluate your entire IT career from 0 to hero. So right here, here's the domains that it'll go through: networking skills, security concepts, help desk operations, and then role-based like reasoning, stuff like that. Career progression framework. This is the new advanced testing engine that I built. It's got a proprietary algorithm I built into there. But logic-based questions are interleaved every 3 items to test your reasoning skills. So we could actually sit here and say that I want to focus on logic and reasoning. And these are basically like, watch. So this is the #1 fucking problem, and excuse my language, with people that are coming into the tech industry. People are cranking out students thinking that they can just teach a student a skill set. I don't care if it's 90 days, 120 days, 12 months. That does not mean that they're going to learn. You got to have a metric. So when you were asking, like, what is this? This is to hold you accountable to yourself. That's what this is. Yeah, it's glitching out a tiny bit, but that's what this is. This system will hold you accountable to yourself. Does that make sense? By you being able to see your own stats, you are now holding yourself accountable to yourself. So like you can see your visual progress. And then actually, so this has got a nice, so the predictive analytics are ML powered forecasting and risk assessment. This is benchmarking across topics and time periods. Performance charts are multidimensional performance tracking. Heat maps, I hate heat maps, but like some people like them. That's the other reason why I did it, is that everybody learns differently. So like maybe you need a different way of presenting, like, hey, you suck at this topic. It's easier. It's kind of like when I gave that guy his analysis earlier. He was like, damn, remember I ran that in Venice and you were like, that was comprehensive? That's why. He needed to see it. So animated insights are just different ways of visualizing. You got real-time metrics, AI-driven recommendations, and centralized learning. So right here, eliminates guesswork through data-driven insights, optimizes your study time, and improves your efficiency, provides early warning systems for your knowledge gaps. And then also, like, another thing is like learning fatigue. How many people sit and study for hours on end? Like, you're not going to remember the information. Even though this is saying like 5 to 7 minutes a day, it's literally saying like 15 minutes tops a week. So it's proven. That's the other thing. If somebody were to sit and say, why should I believe that? You don't have to believe me. I don't give a shit if you believe me. Don't believe me. The science is there. The science has been there for 140 years. Like, spaced repetition learning was adapted into computer science a long time ago to get computers to actually work better. I showed you this that one night. I know you were half checked out, and I was not annoyed by it at all, but it's funny is that here, if you actually look this up, I think I have it here, right here. So this is that, remember, this is that study out of China. China. So right here, October of 2023, it's in the IEEE's Transition on Knowledge and Data Engineering. Optimizing spaced repetition learning by capturing the dynamics. Like, people have been trying to figure this out for a very long time to make it better. So then right here, they use the Markov process. Like all of these, here it is right here. Remember the GitHub with the 220 million? Here it is. Optimizing spaced repetition by capturing the dynamics right here. It's the extended version of a spaced repetition algorithm to help learners remember more in mail memo. It's a learning application in China. So here it is right here. The students are as follows: spelling of word, total time. So the data set is available on Dataverse, 1.6 gigs, containing our experiments of 220 million students' memory behavior logs. So like, I'm actually going to have to implement this at some point, because that thing that you had asked about, we need to be able to compare somebody to something. This is where it would be good to do comparative analytics. It's glitching out because I had to do something. Hang on. So if we go back down here, the comparative analytics, this would be like compared against your peers. That's where we could upload that data, and then you'd be able to see where you compete against other people. I'm sure with 220 million students, we should be able to find some matching topics. I'm moving this. This is running local right now. Like, I'm going to be moving this to a private server. Like, I need to. Also, like, at this point, I'm not quitting. So, but yeah, that's what this is. So here's the original version of it. It's a stochastic shortest path algorithm for optimizing spaced repetition learning. And then here's the paper on it even. A stochastic shortest path algorithm for spaced repetition learning. And you remember I downloaded this. So that's what we were reading before. There's this one. And I got the paper here. It's not long. It's only 10 pages. Right here. A stochastic shortest path for optimizing spaced repetition learning. Like, China has it fucking down, bro. Like, they have been working on this for a long time. And the spaced repetition learning in itself has been around for, like I said, I think the Ebbinghaus curve goes back to, like, if we just pull it up and we go here and we say, like, so, whoops. Here you go. Spaced repetition learning. I hate what Google's done now, but here it is. It's a scientifically proven learning technique that involves reviewing information at strategically spaced intervals to improve long-term memory retention and reduce forgetting. Instead of cramming, this method relies on the spacing effect, which shows that spaced out repetitions are more effective for memorization than massed practice. By revisiting material just before you're about to forget it, you strengthen your memory and make it easier to recall. So yep. So right here, it increases, and the thing is, like, it actually increases your recall ability over time as well. Like, it will help you absorb information, right? Because the forgetting curve itself, there's a man, I think it was like 1880. Whoops. And let me see if I can find. Correct. And here's a Wikipedia version, which is not bad. I actually have donated. Yeah. So this is the Littner system. I actually have. And I've been meaning to donate back because like we're losing our information. Um, Here's evidence-based education. So like it uses a different, cohort studies. Let me make that bigger. So like I've gone through all these and implemented these, but like here you go. This is how you filter information, and this is how like you got background information like systematic reviews, cohort studies, case control. Like bro, there's so much research on learning, it's not even funny. So like that's why it's called evidence-based practice. Like if somebody were to say that this is bullshit, you're like, if you're going to take a program, let's say, and put it into 90 days, then you best fucking have it set up properly for the people to remember it in 90 days. Otherwise, they're not remembering anything. It's no different than anybody over the years to try to cram information. And hang on, let me make you co-host in here just in case somebody does come in, if you don't mind. Bring Professor. I don't know if he usually went to sleep, but let's see too. Let's see. So, all right. So we already got that. This I'll be using at some point. This is a neat thing too. It actually has an environment for comparing different algorithms. I remember this now. So this person actually took the time to actually make like a simulator, and then we can actually like see your memory curve in real time. But that's the point of this, is to see your memory curve in real time. So there's your memory curve. This is your actual, and then this is your optimal. So review more frequently to improve retention. It's giving me the tips right here, by the way. Right here. This will actually tell you when your best study time is. So you were asking like, what are these things do? This tells you when the best time for you to study is. There's just not enough. Dude, I loaded the system with fake data so that I could get the charts actually moving. Like this has been a nightmare to build. So it needed data. Right here is like how efficient you study. So based on the amount of time you study, how accurate are you? And then it would give you a final, and yeah. So, and that hopefully these charts will actually get even better over time as well. Let's see how they're drifting. I need to actually like, and then, these are different ways of measuring your learning as well. And like these will change over time as well to give you better visualizations. So like the chord diagram here, if we were to even look this up, there you go. This should show you where the connections are in how you're learning information. This was not part of the original design. Like this was something that was suggested as I was building it, is to make more visualizations so that people can see how they're learning better, if that makes sense. Oh yeah. So yeah, the thing that it labeled the algorithm at, yeah, the epistemology. So that's what my algorithm was labeled as. Like it's a method, not a it's a process. So that's what I'm trying to see if we can get patented, is the process itself, because the process it's everything. But give you an example right here. I'm jumping back, but like this is something that I cannot do in the flashcard app. At the end of the day, this is for metrics and reviewing information. You can take your information out of here where you can go import export, and right here, this will actually give you, and I need to actually update this, but this actually exports everything. So it'll give you your complete user profile, all the decks, all your scheduling activity and history, all your performance and metrics, time of day analysis, retention curves and difficulty. You could even take this and it will pipe into this eventually. These systems are going to seamlessly flow at some point because I can go in on the back end. I can go to the configure, and you can actually add authentication and schemas from right here. So yeah, I'm going to actually make this completely integrated, these two systems. Now, there actually will be like a button that you can hit, and you can import information back and forth with just a click of a button. So I'll show you this too, because this is important. This is what PRCM used to be, by the way. So if you're wondering what the UTE is, this was the PRCM career system. Bro, it didn't work. And nobody, like, the person who I built it for didn't appreciate it. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it. Like, I don't care. They didn't. They said it was difficult. It literally guided people like step by step. And only one person actually had a problem with it. But from it, I created all the breakout tools of the recruiter, the assistant, and everything else. But like, this is what I ultimately wanted, was a testing engine that could actually measure a student's analytics. Like, I don't give a shit about anything else, but other than if you don't have any kind of data, then you're not going to be able to compare where you are, where you were, or where you need to be. Bottom line. How do you know what you're doing unless you can actually see the progress? You don't. Just because you took a test and you passed it doesn't mean you know the information. It's quite obvious that I don't know shit about Earth space science to a point, correct? Right. Right. Also, with the flashcards, by the way, you can actually do pictures and stuff with these. So it's not only going to be this, you can actually have visual images on here. So I'll even show you. Here's the comprehensive testing analytics. Here's a real-time, huh? This is actually going to be an ultra detailed profile export, also comprehensive student profile system. So it'll actually, it'll calculate where you're at, also your learning metrics, 500 data points, 500 data points. And this was originally built as part of DeckForge. Bro, this originally started as this. So it started as DeckForge. DeckForge ended up becoming like not enough. DeckForge ended up becoming part of this. And then it was like, what if we added a different way to test people's knowledge? And that ended up becoming this. And then I think you had asked, like, the reason why I was killing myself to get this built was because these three, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 4 categories should give somebody an idea of where they're at in information technology. The leadership assessment should give somebody an idea of where they're at with leadership and management. And then the third one was technical sales. You may not know that you have a skill set for sales. It also has ethical testing built into it, and ADHD and all kinds of other things. So like, by learning all of these 3 domains of tech, leadership and management, And then sales, you can get a very solid picture of somebody's skill set with those three things. So, and especially logic, which you already know how I feel about this. Like, think about this. This section is critical thinking skills. So, best first step when reports conflict about an outage's scope. So here's a sample question even. Like, let me see something. I think like they were recommending people to take Dion's thing. Dion is good, but what Dion is doing is just doing what CompTIA does, which is just fucking up the English language and giving it to you in a test. That way, when you get to it, they say, well, it's not the best thing to do. It's not the right thing to do. It's the best thing to do. And like, that's not true. I'm going to defend CompTIA. The reason why CompTIA has been around a long time is it's vendor neutral, and that's why it's vendor neutral. Even if they are a money grab or whatever now, it doesn't matter. Like, they're testing people on raw skill set based on like what your equivalent would be to somebody in the field. The problem is that nothing beats hands-on skills, and that's a bottom line. I don't care. You set up a fucking lab one time and you run some seam shit doesn't mean you're going to be a knock expert. All right. And like the kickbacks that I've seen recently are showing that as well. Like somebody going on a fucking job interview for help desk and they don't know how to use Outlook. Like they've never like, I don't care. Like it may sound mean, but it's like, you don't know how to mark an email as read. That means that you have literally never touched email ever in your life. So it's one thing to transition from a job. It's another thing to sit and say, well, I'm going to jump in from whatever the hell I was doing and I'm going to be an IT professional. Like, no, you're not. Like, not the type of person I want working next to me. I want somebody that's working next to me that has a knowledge of the fucking job that they were hired to do versus that I'm going to have to carry dead weight. Like, you know, I don't know if this is going to be implemented into the boot camp or if this is just going to be something that I'm going to end up selling to another company. But like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to stop working on this. And the focus is to make better students. So right here, here's your sample question. Best first step when reports conflict about an outage's scope. You know what? Let's see. Reestablish scope for multiple vantage points. I'm actually going to say A. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, reestablish scope for multiple vantage points. End user, synthetic, admin council. Here's the reasoning even. Jumping directly to escalation skips essential scoping and risks wasting resources. Proper IT logic begins with redefining the scope. Reflective prompt on wrong response. Write a 2-line plan. Scope. How would you confirm the true extent of the issue? Smallest test. What's so like this? Remember when I was doing this with you, it actually makes you go through the reasoning of why you got something wrong. So there's the logic. So increase difficulty. So we'll try A. Here you go. Logic question, junior level. Why does PingWorks not prove the application is reachable? You know what? I'm probably going to get this wrong. I'm going to go with B, even though I think it's actually D, but here it is. A successful ping only confirms basic network path. This was actually a test question for somebody right here. That person that's in our Discord, don't say the name. Actually, nobody can hear you, but a successful ping only confirms basic network path. Applications often fail at the higher layers, so PingWorks is never proof of the app itself. Reflective prompt. on correct answer at an easy level. What extra observation would you check to fully confirm the app is reachable? So, hang on a second. I have to yell at the cat. Link, stop eating. Okay. All right. So I want the full logic test. You know what, too? You could even ask it, I'm almost positive, what is the point? I built help features into all the tools. Also, even this, believe it or not, it has this actually built in. It has an actual help feature. So open the global settings. There was actually an actual like help feature built into this, and I need to get it put back in, but there is actually a full help feature built in. And also in that, by the way, here you go. The point of the IT logic is to improve the reasoning you use when troubleshooting real IT problems, not just your raw technical knowledge. In real IT work, you rarely get textbook problems. You get conflicting reports, partial data, and pressure to act fast. Logic questions test how you scope issues, form hypothesis, and pick the smallest test that proves or disproves your suspicions. You have bias and error prevention. Many IT mistakes come from confirmation bias. It's the network, or skipping basic scoping. These questions train you to avoid false attribution and help improve your, yeah. In short, the point is not to just test what you know, but to train and certify you how to think like an IT professional under real conditions, right? If we went back here to main menu, this is actually the full main menu, by the way. Run an assessment, start a new topic, practice mode, professional domain assessments, subject templates, upload any material, adaptive engines. This is, I changed it to the CAT test. It's computer aided testing, but yep. This always works, by the way. I know you guys haven't seen this yet. This is brand new. What's funny too is it gets long very quickly. And here you go. Performance analytics dashboard. So domains engaged, partial, current level, junior, progression path, junior, associate, senior. Tells you what engine level, logic domain, accuracy 50%, current difficulty, response pattern right there. Tells you which one we were working on, next recommendation. So explore help desk operations. We can do a view a domain breakdown, generate a progress report, and you know what? If I went B in HTML, see if it'll actually do it. It didn't offer it. It only offered it in CSV, and it should be able to do it inline also. But yeah, bro, this is the insides of the systems. By the way, the learning metrics, 500 different data points, psychological profiling, different stress response. We got the AI ready feature vectors that'll be put in there also. This is an advanced, this is another thing that's going to be going in there. I had to actually like use this to build it. It's going to have AI integration. There's actually going to be virtual study rooms, built-in voice communication, peer-to-peer help system for tutoring. So like call an AI tutor to come help. Um, you can actually add like different ambiance. I'm actually going to be adding augmented reality mode. So, which I'm going to look into getting augmented reality glasses so I can actually see it in real time. It's going to have biometric integration soon. So, eye tracking via webcam, stress analysis through like your Apple Watch. Um, yeah, yeah. And then, yeah. So right now I just added the student profile to it. Now you know why I've been running it and why I've been delaying putting it out, and I built those other systems. So right now it's going to have the AI ready features in it also. And then we can go back here. It's so funny that OpenAI has been it's been happening a lot on my account where it's been just taking forever to load. It's been doing that with the study decks. So I know that they're heavy, but if I go in here, there it is right here. Should be able to actually preview it. There it is. So this is from the universal testing engine that we just built. Look, it built me a visual breakdown. This is that same UTE engine, just so that you see. So when it asked me before to generate a progress report, I just said, give it to me in HTML. And there's a HTML progress report on the canvas. It can add a domain by name, domain deep dive. Look how nice that looks. I don't know if you see it or not. Is it actually, is it showing up or no? Yep. So I'm actually going to add this to the, I don't want to like hold you guys like generating the progress report. I'm just going to, what I might do is just say, add an option to generate it in HTML. So right here, you can print or save this as a PDF, file, print, save as PDF. This is actually a really nice printout. So I don't know if it would actually work. Yeah, it's not going to work as good as it thought. So I don't know if that would work either. Let's see. Yeah. So I didn't think it would. You should be able to download it like this. And we can go like this also. There you go. So, and this should be able to be printed as a PDF right here. There. So, yeah. There's your progress report in real time. Any questions about the universal testing engine? I'm actually impressed with how it came out. So, yep. Well, so you're asking like, how I'm going to integrate it into like, how am I going to integrate the, hang on, the unit, wait, give me 1 second, this into this, connect both of these, ChatGPT into this. Is that what you're asking? So, DeckForge has that built. So this right here, how it has the open DeckForge app and it takes you to the marketing app, that is actually going to change. And what people will end up doing is when they go to this, which will actually be a real website very soon, you can download from, so like these extensions, I'm going to be publishing one into the Chrome store. And then you can actually like download the DeckForge extension and you will click on it and you will bring it straight into here. Or there will be a option here to just hit a button and hit import export because it'll make API calls between the two. Yeah. This, I don't think I'm going to actually do anything. I don't know what I want to do with it yet as terms of like connecting the two. Because once I bring AI into it, then it's going to be able to access all that data. And I don't like, it's risking privacy. So like the goal is to build AI into this. And, you know, like if you think about it, to click a button, I might make API calls. I don't know yet, but just think about this. Clicking this and then coming in here and you know, and just hitting paste. That's not a lot of work between the two if you think about it, right? So, you know, I don't know how I want to handle that yet. As of right now, the plan was to create a extension, but I just don't want anybody's data to be compromised. Even this right here is set for local persistence. Now it's actually being saved on the computer. So like the actual data from here is being saved in the browser. Nothing's actually ever saved on the computer. Nothing's actually saved on the website. That's why I made it so that people can import and export out all their information. So like if somebody really just wanted to worry about doing this offline, then they're not risking any of their stuff being you know, correct. So I'm trying to build it privacy first in advance. And these personal messages will change over time too. So like right here, it's got, I don't know if I showed you this, you can actually upload your own photos. So I thought it'd be great to like, why not make it so you can personalize it? So I can actually sit here and you know what? Just do that. So now this is our profile. And also if we go in here, I can say, you know, study level, let's just say advanced, motivation level, we'll say analytical, preferred, flexible, and then theme, I like it on dark. There you go. So check this out. Look at the personal message, it changed. Analysis shows you've completed 14 reviews with 79% accuracy. Optimize your next session. See how that changed when I changed the information? That had nothing there before. So when we go here to, it should change our goals. It actually took out things. Each one of these goals will change too to motivate people. So it's just about creating as much learning ways of learning as completely possible. And then in terms of the integration, like, I'll just show you. I don't care if anybody sees it. So right now, this is the AI integration. Like, I'm not going to be using, you can actually fine tune the model with, and look right here too, remove the PII while preserving the patterns. So this thing is built with privacy in mind. Like, I've had to build this in so many different things. And as you know, I've been building this for like 2 weeks now. So I'll give you access to this. Like, it's very easy for me to just take this and move it to a server and then build it in the cloud. It would actually be quicker. So I will be moving this into, I'm going to be moving this into the cloud, and that way I can run it from the cloud. But right now is where I'm introducing the AI vectors for it already. And then I think, like, I don't know if I want to use like Llama or I don't know what I want to use underneath it. I don't want to make API calls to OpenAI. It'll be fucking expensive. It'll be extremely expensive to run this with API calls to OpenAI. So I think it's just going to end up, and then right here too, Hugging Face data set. I don't want to do that. OpenAI, there's PyTorch, and then TensorFlow. So I don't know yet. I want to make sure that it doesn't have anybody's, I want to make sure it doesn't have anybody's shit in there. Even right here, I've got intelligent caching systems like offload calculations, use GPU. Like, I want to make sure that nobody's, it's like Spaces, how it overheats your phone and does all this shit. I need to make sure that it doesn't have, everything stays local on your computer while you're using it, or stays in the cloud. So here you go right here too. It's got 500 points of data for AI analysis. So you should be able to take this information and upload it to, you should be able to upload it to this system here. Whoops. And it should be able to give you the analytics for it. I'm not sure how I want to do that yet, actually. You got me really thinking about it. I want to make sure it's self-contained and safe. So if anything, nobody should ever have to upload anything. It should be able to analyze it in real time. That was the whole point of doing these analytics anyway. Let's see. I'll implement this. So let's see. Let's see if we can actually set this. Yeah, it's going to actually put me past the tokens. Let's see if we can actually do this. Set the Claude max token environmental variable. I wonder, yeah, I don't even know where that's actually at. Let's see. It's actually going to run out of tokens. This is what I mean about AI. Like, right here. Oh no, it'll be better. It'll be, let me see this. Correct. So it's a problem that I'm going to run into now. Once it's actually built, I should have no problems with it. But like, I'll show you. This is, got to fix this. Indicates that the generated output surpassed the configured amount. Let's see. So it's 32,000 steps to configure. Set the environment for temporary use in shell session. Let's see. $32,000 while Sonnet has 64. I'm going to put 64,000. I wonder if, let's see. Let's test it. Interrupted by the user. I'm actually going to put, let's try it. 64, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if it'll work. I think it ends up having to be in here. So like this. Watch. Open Linux shell here. See if it actually works. Hey. And we can go here and link. Link just walked up and started jackrabbiting my side of my thigh. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to implement that yet. I mean, the goal is to implement real AI on the server that's running it all. So hope that answers that. I'm trying to figure out how to tell people how to, like, why you need to use DeckForge and then the testing center. All this does is make the study deck, right? So this is how this works. See? DeckForge is an AI-powered platform that transports any topic into a scientifically backed flashcard deck. You request the deck. It'll pull from authoritative sources. Bro, I actually used, let me show you something. Oh, by the way, so I got to give you this. You know, the AI assistant, like, it actually needs, when you export things out from the AI assistant, like, I don't know if I showed you this. So for the boot camp students, because they're going to end up running out of stuff. Nobody's asked, so nobody asks me shit. So here you got the AI recruiter, right? Let me see. Actually, I have another one too. There's two of these now. This is the one with the full chain of thought. I think it came to my attention, somebody got access to the tools they weren't supposed to, and it was the response that I got was underwhelming in my opinion. Like, I've worked a very long time to build these tools. To just say, well, somebody got access to the tools they shouldn't have, no big deal, cost of business. If that person started red teaming the tools and stealing the chain of thought, then we're out of business. So it's actually a huge problem. It's not a minuscule problem to be sloughed off. It's fine because the business that I built it for will continue while my tools die a slow death, and then some idiot builds a half-ready AI, app that gets demoed live, right? So, if I say let's begin, this has got the full analysis in it. So we can sit here and we can upload stuff. Actually, we'll go here. So I can take, like, my candidate analysis and come in here. I can upload it. So check this out. This is a new feature in the Bootcamp tool. This is the AI assistant. Even though this one has a different chain of thought, it still operates the same fucking way. So this will actually run a 6-point market analysis on anybody that uploads their stuff. Nobody's using this shit. I built these tools so that people could actually, like, check it out. So this is built off my resume. By the way, see this? I might be studying IAM with you, so we might as well just do this as a group jerk session. I'm at a 7.5 with the concepts alone, so it would actually benefit us all. We just all just get IAM certified together. So right here too, here's the detailed market analysis that tells you where you're hot and where you're not. Knoxville is actually below average. Here's the salary benchmarking though, where I should be on a national level. So right here, 177 to 286. This is what I should be getting as an AI specialist. No offense to anybody, because I'm happy that I'd make some money, but I should be getting $100 to $500 now. So, with the Microsoft compliance and securing the AI overlay, it's saying I should be targeting $150,000 to $200,000 roles, or $250 to $400 consulting roles. And so, yeah, it's actually still going. This is built into the AI assistant. So now, right here, would I like this as a doc? I need to give you guys this. Let me, right here. I think this is the right thing right here. Yep, here it is. So now I can go here. Remember I told you these conversations get long. Context windows are a thing. Nobody wants to fucking listen. So I made a tool. Upload this script. Did that not upload right? And let me open this up real quick. Yep. Here we go. Here we go. Generate the full coaching report. Let's see. So in JSON format in CoBlock should actually identify, it actually says there it is. So it's actually got the AI assistant. I don't care if it's got my address on there already. It's not like people don't know all my fucking information. So I should be able to take all of this. So let's say the conversation's getting, the whole purpose of this is, let's say the conversation's getting long, right? You see how long this output is? I don't know if you noticed. Conversation's only this long, right? Look how long the JSON output is. So this tool is designed to rip, yeah, it's still going. It will. You'll see why. So, the conversations get long, right? this is called OpenAI projects. So here's the assistant. I'm using the assistant, right? I'm using the assistant. I made an assistant. It's been happening a lot. Let's see where we're at. Yep. So set the AI model. Run upgrade. Browser didn't open. Let's see. Hang on, I gotta pause this real quick. So let me do something. There it is. Okay. Is it back? Should be back, right? Can you see this back on the screen? set the opus. Let's see. Let's see. So, what I was going to show was, all right, so here's the career assistant, right? Copied. Whoops. I go here. That key is no good for anybody if they try to use it. Well, it's not. So all I got to do is paste that in. Okay. That's it. Should. Here it is. Converts it into standard text. Yep. Now we're not even in the assistant anymore. We're in regular chat GPT that actually understands what we're doing. And it's actually coming up with the plan for me. So there's the entire conversation that came out of yep, right here. Structurally valid and aligned with the pathway compass. So this is what it's telling me I should be doing. So I don't need the assistant anymore. I have this. It's telling me what I should be doing. Pass the Azure engineer and AWS AI practitioner, ship 2 demos like Azure OpenAI, Copilot Helper, and then governance playbook right here. And it'll do the same thing with the recruiter also. So if I go here and I want to go to the AI recruiter, I can go here. By the way, let's just drop this, create a shortcut on the desktop, but I can go here. You're going to end up having to do this also because you're going to run out of context, right? So you come here, you make a project, you make an AI assistant. Whoops. Let me load those back up. So we could say, yeah, I think I'm getting grossly underpaid to do AI work. What do you think? Just a tiny bit. No. Actually, I've never seen this work yet. It's actually telling me to go work at like Deloitte, Accenture, Microsoft, one of their partners. Tell me my base compensation should be 200 to 300K. Now, to show you same thing, if I go here, so there's the file, the orchestrator. I have to give this to you guys. I made this. You upload it. It automatically knows. So right here, I want a JSON export. Pull export in JSON in code block. Watch. Same thing. Boom. There it is. We copy. Come here. This would be in the same window. Here's the recruiter. As you can see, I've got several ones already. Paste that sucker in. Automatically will detect it. I've reviewed your structured payload, and it matches. It's valid against the schema. So there we go. Also, there it is. So this is everything that we did with the recruiter. And let's see. And that's it. Drill prep. So this can actually go through everything too, because the more conversations you build up, the more it has. So, believe it or not, it doesn't even have, all it has is just instructions, my assessment, and my PDF. Believe it or not, because of all the outputs it has, I can say, activate AI Recruiter. Check it out. Fully activated. See that? Schema and payloads. He said payload. So it's the files that I've created in here that I need to give you guys. So it actually has, different things in here. I could even say, like, this will act like the recruiter. You could say, like, run mock interview. And it doesn't even need the power of the full framework anymore because it already has everything. It's got, like, in here, these payloads, this. Whoops. I did not mean to download that again. This payload and this recruiter output and the instructions, it's what's in the instructions. So right here. Document explains how the AI recruiter should interpret the outputs. So I've made a customized thing that basically extracts and tells it how to work. So like we no longer need the AI recruiter. This is just it's just a template now. That's all it's doing. By the way, successfully implemented the comprehensive class with advanced analytics. So it's got temporal analysis, total study time, session patterns, hourly distribution. It's got psychological profile now built in, motivational drivers like competition drive, learning style, stress responses. So we should be able to go here and go to the profile. I don't know where it put it, but let's see. So we'll ask it like, this implementation provides a complete learning profile. And then if so, where can I see it in the project, which is running? It says it's got 768 dimensional embedding vectors for machine learning models to start going. So that means it's going to integrate it into the project. But here you go, bro. Now we have the AI recruiter and the AI assistant both running as their own independent things. So I can go here and there we go. And I can go do the same thing here. Activate AI assistant. It'll do the same thing. Watch. It's got everything going across, like it goes through the conversation histories. So right here, every time you get a conversation, it builds up and it learns from it. Same thing. It goes across all of these because it's considered a project now. Each one of these is a project. It reads from the project. Does that make sense? So no more, you don't have to sit here and label each one of your things. Like you don't have to sit here and come down here and go like rename project 1, project 2. Here's all of your conversations you've been having with the assistant. I don't know if that makes sense. Yep. Yep. So there it is. So what have we gone over? There's this, which is about to get an update. The reporting center is going to get an update. You got beautiful analytics, once again. Look at those beautiful animations, bro. Look at that. Look how nice Oh, look at that. There's your details. There's your performance charts. Again, there's me slipping. Look at that. Tells me when we studied, progress, accuracy. I really don't like the heat map. It needs to be fixed, but whatever. Here's your concept mastery. This is like where you would forget, like high, 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 low. Here's how consistent you study. And then it'll tag it also, relationships between your study tags. But once again, this will have a way for somebody to hit a button. Oh, look how beautiful that is, bro. Like, I'm going to put a button here at the top that's going to say, like, you should be able to take a report from here and then bring it into, let's say, OpenAI, and OpenAI can do an analysis for you. That is the goal. And then, let me see here too. So, all right, let's do this. Let's end it.